Hi everyone, I'm Becky.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we're talking about Zen and Gone by Emily France, which I got in e-arc through Edelweiss.
And I also got it, I think at BEA.
I think I did get a copy at Book Expo as well.
And I got mine through NetGalley.
Okay, and just a quick what this book is about. Essence Essa McCree has spent her whole life trying to deal with her hippie mother's life in Boulder, Colorado. Essa is constantly trying to make up for her mother, especially where her sister Puck is concerned. Oliver is a city kid from Chicago who has been sent to Boulder after an incident with his sister. The two meet and make a connection as they spend the summer exploring the mountains in Colorado. But when Puck goes missing on an overnight hiking trip, all of their lives change. It's very vague.
I could not stand the sister Puck. She
couldn't
drove
either.
me nuts. And so when she went missing, I was like, oh, too bad. Don't look for her. She was not. I didn't like her.
And, the reason she went missing was because she didn't listen. She kept doing these things. And she's supposed to be, 7 or 8? And she keeps doing these things that are putting herself in danger. And then she goes missing. And you're like, yeah, that's about right. That's why you're supposed to listen to the adults in your life.
I mean, she, ran that household, even though there was no household to run. But she, ran it. And I just didn't like her.
I didn't. Well, and, this book, I don't know if this is a spoiler. Maybe I should mark it as a spoiler on this website. But there's a lot to do with schizophrenia. And I didn't like how that was depicted at all.
See, I don't know if I really noticed that. I think because I had such a big issue with Puck.
So there were 2 parts. And this is why I'm going to mark it as spoilers. There's one, because Oliver's sent to live with his aunt, where his aunt says something along the lines of, your parents put too much pressure on you. That is why your sister has schizophrenia. Which is not true. And then there's a part where Oliver's on the phone with his sister, and he's, using, because a lot of the book is about Buddhism, which I like that part. But he's, talking about Buddhist theory, and he, kind of pulls her out of this delusion, implying that if you meditate enough, you can cure schizophrenia. Which there is, there's that can help, but you can't cure schizophrenia with meditating.
Yeah.
It's a chemical imbalance in your brain. Your neurotransmitters do not work right.
Yeah. I mean, and I feel like you kind of see those pieces and parts because of, the background that you have. And so it may not, have affected me the way that it did you just because I don't have that background.
Well, I think at that point it was picking at, a scab almost. I was so annoyed by it that every little thing I was like, are you kidding? And it moved so slow.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It didn't take me forever. But I finally had a physical arc of it, and, so that makes life go so much easier for me.
It took me 4 days to get through this book, and it shouldn't, because it's not that long. No.
No, my other kind of concern or wonder is, while I thought the Buddhist elements were super interesting and not something that you see in other places, she talks about, a cultural appropriation and things. And I just really kind of wonder what, own voices, what people who are of this background, how they would feel about that. And, if it's a cultural appropriation itself. I don't personally know because I don't really have much background with it. Right. But I do wonder if that's kind of an area of concern. And I'd certainly like to see, what the community kind of thinks about it.
I can see that. There was, the one part I did think was interesting was that they did orienteering, where they would get, dropped out in the middle of nowhere, and they wouldn't know how to get anywhere, and, they would have to find their way back. I thought that was interesting, and if the book had just been about that.
I thought it was super interesting and super cool. However, there was that part in the book when the one, forest ranger guy was like, you shouldn't be doing this is dangerous. So I wonder if somebody who has that background in orienteering, if they'd just be like, nope, this is wrong, or you're totally wrong, you shouldn't be doing this. I mean, I thought it was really cool because I don't do that, and it's just not in my wheelhouse, but I also wonder what people of that community would have to say about it.
I can see that.
Just because of that, forest ranger.
That's true. I forgot about that. I was I was literally texting you. I was like, I only have 50 pages left. I only have 40 pages left. And I put it on my Kindle. So anywhere I went, I was making myself read it.
It followed you.
And yes. And and it's still, I still didn't get through it. We should just rate it.
Okay.
So the rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse. Where are you?
I'm at 2 unicorns. I think that the orienteering kind of saved it for me, and the flashes of Buddhism.
See, I'm at a 1.5, but we don't do halves, so I'm going to go up to a 2. For the same thing, the Buddhism, the orienteering, but I just was the sister was painful.
Yeah, she was painful.
So that is where we are on
All right.
Zen and Gone.
We'll see you around.
Bye.